I'm gonna tell you the first time I understood how the brain changed the way that I lead. I was still a pastor in pastoral ministry, and I had so many visions for church growth, for outreach projects, and it just seemed like people just were not buying into the vision. They were kind of dragging their heels. Um, and then I was introduced to neuroscience. I was introduced to this 3 pound organ called the brain, and I never understood how the brain functioned. Nobody taught me that in school. They still don't teach it in school. And I began to understand that the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that is responsible for processing our emotions and keeping us in a state of fear and anxiety, and the part of the brain that's always scanning for threat and danger and making you suspicious of everything and everybody, was the part of the brain that rules most of our conscious experiences. So no matter how much of a great leader you might be, no matter how trusting you might be, no matter how great your visions and plans are, people are wired to be suspicious. People are wired to not trust us. And I didn't understand this for many, many years until I started taking all of these neuro-based leadership classes. And I understood that before I could even articulate the vision to people, before I could ever ask people to buy into the vision, I had to first get inside of their own subconscious mind. I had to get inside of their own subconscious programming and understand how they were wired subconsciously before they ever got to me, because people came into my space, and people will come into your space already wired for beliefs and belief systems. They'll come into your space already pre-wired and rewired, um, to not trust you, to be suspicious of you, not because you can't be trusted, but because they have been in environments, in situations, and in relationships, and situations where they couldn't trust people, especially people in leadership. And so they are bringing that wired nervous system to you. And if you don't understand that, you can take that personal. And I took it personal for many, many years because I didn't understand why people were acting like I couldn't be trusted. It really was not personal. It was their wiring system that I didn't understand. Once I understood this, I understood that the first thing that I had to do was develop relationships with people, because when people trust you, they will they'll buy into whatever it is you're offering, whatever it is you're selling, whatever it is you're asking them to do. So I had to put all the visions to the side and had to really work on establishing relationships and building trust, with my team, with my leadership team. And that didn't happen overnight because, again, these people had years of wiring that was programmed to not trust leadership. And I had to first deal with my own rejection issues, my own inner thoughts